G'day swingers, welcome back to the channel. This week I've gone back to the local park. As you can see, we've got the oval here. Been doing fairly well out of this oval. Quite a few old coins, not too many modern ones, so pre-decimals mainly. Found a few silvers in there, and there's been two spills the last time I came here. There was a florin and a sixpence in one hole, and 3 pennies in the same hole as well, so in two separate holes that is. But yeah, there's plenty of coins that have been coming out of here, so I'm going to have a swing and see what we can find. Alright, so I have my first target just here. As you can see, I've cut the plug, and it caught my attention. I literally was standing under that tree when I was swinging. I was swaying till I got a target, and boom. I wonder what that is. I'll find it with a pinpointer. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what that is? Holy moly, that's my first one in here. That's an Anzac Rising Sun badge, but it's been bent in half. Oh, you ripper. Okay, so that's the first piece of military stuff that I found out of here after being told that this was possibly used as an American base, a camp at some point. But to find that, that's Australian, but I don't care. First target, literally, first target military badge. You freaking ripper. Alright, and I know that looked a bit sus. It was a very well pinpointed and well spotted target, so I thought I'd just show you this. Here you can see the actual target, and there's the impression on one side, and here's the impression on the plug. So if you look at this, that's an absolute dead ringer match with the green staining and all. And look at that, like a jigsaw puzzle piece, it just clicks into place. So, no faking here, I don't do that sort of stuff. Swing it on. Alrighty, so my very next target, which is a 15-16, bouncing up to 20. You can see here I've got an impression. It looks like 20 centre, which I can see just in the base of the hole there. That's the 20-cent piece from the same little spot. So, two targets. I've only taken a couple steps. I'm going to work around in the circle here and see if I can't find any more of that military stuff. Swinging unhappy as. Two targets, two treasures. A ring pull. Another ring pull. Oh, I hope this one's a good target, so look at this. I was getting the high 30s before, mid to high 30s, so I'm going to dig it. It sounds clean, so let's see what it is. It's a fairly tight pinpoint. I do apologise if I get off camera, but I can't actually see what I'm doing through the glare of the screen, so my apologies in advance. I don't see anything obvious. Target has disappeared. The target was right there. What the? Alright, I will get back to you in a second when I relocate this wandering target. Back to you in a sec. Huh? Alright, that was a pretty cheeky little coin. Check this out. So, I bring the pinpointer back up, and it goes off right at the surface. And when you look just in here, a freaking brown bugger has jammed himself between the grass and the freaking dirt. Cheeky little brown bugger. Let's play a quick little game. Ring pull or threepence. Just here, rang up 14, 15, 15, 16, and occasionally pop to 14. Let's see. It's a thrip. Oh, that's just the impression. So if that's the impression, we got it in a sandwich, you little ripper. No, we got the other impression. We got both impressions, but I haven't seen a coin yet. There she is. My little threepence. 1949. So, absolute ripper. Impression number 1, impression number 2, coin. So, you can tell that's definitely not planted. Same coloration. So, pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to go in magnifying mode this time. See how this goes. If it'll focus, there we go. Look how great that looks. So, I'm going to give it a bit of a squirt skis and see how clean that comes up. Let's give us 2 secs. I'm just going to move these impressions back in the hole because I'm not taking them with me. And it's cleaning up okay for a 50%er. So I reckon a little bit of a light rub and that'll clean up beautifully. Grab the coin. Make sure it's in focus. As you can see, she'll clean up an absolute ripper. Only 50%, so they tend to clean up pretty well. The 925s tend to get a lot of oxidization from the actual silver itself. So they tend to come out pretty grubby and stay that way unless you use cleaning methods to clean them up properly. But as you can see, nice little 1949 thrip. Love it. And this time we got ourselves a 10-cent piece. As you can see there, still stuck to the dirt. So no faking here on my channel. I don't do that crap. I have too much fun finding these. As you can see, just a 10-center. Solid 13 on the Knox. Did not budge. I knew it was a 10-cent from the get-go. Swinging on. This time I'm guessing 2-cent piece. I'm hoping for a shilling. There's an impression of a 2-cent piece. And there's the 2-cent piece. Oh well, nice patina though. Really nice patina on that one. So 1966 is that? Yep. First year of manufacture. Oh well. Brown bugger, not quite close enough to the pre-decimals. Swinging on. Nice. Rue Penny, 1947. A little bit toasty, but not too bad. Happy as. Well, this one's ringing up high. Well, that's certainly cleaned up. Come on, Florin. Come on. What have we got? What have we got? Nothing visible there yet. Pinpointer. Oh, it's in the clump that I took out. So somewhere in here. Hoping for a coin. Probably going to be rubbish. Well, it seems of it, it's going to be rubbish. Don't feel enough weight for a coin. Oh, there's a little something something. Oh, it's a teeny old little button. Look at that. Very old little button. Give me a sec to clean that up. How awesome is that? That is an old little naval button from the US Navy, I dare say. And look at that little thing. Tiny little button. That rang up really loud for how small that is. Like it's a little bit of a sketchy target being how small it was, obviously, but yeah, that was really clean. So I'm happy with that little piece of history there. That's backing up this military theory a little bit more. Second piece of actual military history out here now, so the investigation still continues. Come on, big silver. Get it. Pinpointing just there. So I'm gonna pop on him from the side, give it a bit of room in case it is a florin. And it's a sixpence. Alright. Well, not what I was expecting. Out really, really high, which means that must be a 925. So I'm just going to pop the dirt off the top, and it is. You little ripper, give me a sec, I'll clean it up. Just before I do clean up this sixpence, I just sort of just throw the pinpointer back in because it seemed a bit odd. There's another target just here somewhere. So I'm going to quickly pop that out and see what that is first, just in case it's another silver. Alright, still in the hole. So I'm going to pop in under there Get a good pop. Or no, it's just a rock. Oh, I see something sticking out the side. Looks like a coin. It's because it is. You little ripper. So there's another spill. Nice. This oval's produced 3 spills for me in the last 2 hunts. So that's awesome. We've got ourselves a nice penny and a 6pence. So, pretty chuffed with that. Alrighty, so as you can see here, I have cleaned up the 6pence, which is a 1951. I haven't bothered with the Rue Penny, but as you can see, a couple of impressions behind it. The 6pence, the Rue Penny, and the 2 coins from the same hole. I knew that sounded a bit different, a bit funnier, so always worth to double check your hole even when you think you've got the target out. It was actually 2 targets, so it wasn't just one. Swinging on chuffed as. Alright, so I just dug my plug there with the 2 coins in it, the penny and the 6pence, and right beside it, we've got a suspicious target as well, so I'm going to chase that and I'll get back to you in a sec. Okay, well I finally got it and it was a long way down and it's still in the hole. It's just visible. Alrighty, so as you can see, I've given her a good clean up. This microscope mode definitely seems to be the key for close-ups. Stops the auto focus going on. But as you can see, that's a 1951 again, so it's very possible that the targets that I dug just here are actually from the same pocket. So that's awesome. I couldn't find any other targets in there. Very odd. It was giving me much higher target sound than normal. As you can see, it's definitely a 15 on the Knox, so I don't know why that rang up the way it did at the start. Oh well, I'll keep swinging. We have an extremely fresh drop, and it looks to be something fairly decent. That looks gold plated, at least. Oh, it's definitely plated. It's not got much weight to it, but obviously a nurse lost that. Something like a nurse or someone, but I think it's just plated. I'm pretty sure I can see through it a little bit. Spew, but still, cool find. That rang up 17-18 on the surface, so I'll investigate a little bit further when I get home. I wish it was gold. I'm still yet to find proper gold jewellery when it comes to swinging for relics. One day. Alright, so just in the bottom of the hole here, I'm pretty sure that's the staining I can see. I'm going to go from the side, bring up 28, hoping. Okay, it's not what I thought. It's a bit of old pipe. Alright, so just here, a 16, 17, 18 target. Let's see what it is. One day I'm going to pop out a sovereign. It's just a matter of continuously digging these scrappy targets and seeing where the treasures are. That time, just a freaking ring pull. Alrighty, so this time around, I'm calling that a 3pence. So let's get it. Let's get it live. Readjust the hand. Now it's got about, I think about 4 or 5 notches on the Knox, which means usually about 6 to 7 inches deep. Push the plug out the way. Grab the pin pointer. Just there. So, brush away the dirt, and I see something. I see a thrip. Oh, come on. Look at that, little 3pence. I didn't have you in focus. Little thrip just sticking out of the sidewall. I called it. You little ripper, another week. I'll give it a quick clean up and get back to you. So as you can see, another thrip, 1951. So there's plenty of silver around. I just got to keep swinging slowly and trying to catch those small little targets. 15, 16, about 5-6 inches deep. And that time we got ourselves a 1944 Rue Penny. I'm going to call that my second coin spill for the day, because that's another 1944. And if you look just here, this is my original plug. I stood back up, rescanned the hole, and just behind it, deep down again, was that little half penny. There down the bottom of the hole, that's another penny. Bugger. I was hoping for a shilling or a florin, but I'll still happily take a nice old Rue Penny. Alright, another deep down target. I think it's another half penny, or probably penny by the size of it. Come on, and pop. That's Commonwealth, you ripper. Haven't found one of these today yet. 1923. My friend did show up. On the surface pretty much, just pulled the grass up and he popped out. It's $2. I found him, so we can keep swinging and head on home now. Don't have to worry about him spending another night out in the cold. Alright, and that time, a 1913 halfpenny. And what would you know, very next target is a 1935 or a 38, it's hard to tell. Just read it through there. Halfpenny again, Commonwealth, but as you can see this one did not fare very well compared to the previous one I just dug. Alrighty, please. That's florin signal. I'm going to get it. Just another brown bugger. Well, there's certainly no complaints there. Very hard to see, but I just found another sixpence. Alright, so it's getting very dark and it's hard to see, but as you can tell, that's another thrip. 1950 thrippence. So, doing very well. Okay, so it's apparently getting quite late because I've had to use my torch and my phone. But as you can see, I just pulled another thrip. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Alrighty, swingers. So, I have to do it again, take two. I accidentally deleted it. So, we ended up with 5 Rue pennies, the oldest one being 1944. This one here is a Commonwealth Rue penny, Commonwealth penny with a 1922 date. We ended up with 5 Rue half pennies, the oldest one being in 1944 as well. 2 Commonwealth half pennies, the oldest one being in 1912. We got a needle, at least this one's only a necklace charm of sorts, not 9 carat or anything like that, it's just plated in some sort of cheap coating. We have a little button here. Now I thought this was American military, but I'm not too sure. It seems to be made of aluminium, so not too sure about that. The Australian Rising Sun badge, now this one's obviously been intentionally folded in half. As you can see, it is very thin. It was obviously intentionally done, possibly as a love token of sorts to be given to the partner of the bloke about to go away to serve. I'm not too sure. We found 7 silver coins today, the oldest one being a 1942 Denver mint marked sixpence. So this one's a 925, the rest are all 50%. One of them being a 1951 sixpence, 49 thrip, 50 thrip, 51 thrip, a 51 thrip again, and a 1963 thrippence. 2 $2, a $1, 2 20-cent pieces, a 10-cent, a 5-cent, 4 2-cent pieces, and 4 1-cent pieces. So overall, not too bad of a job. Some people say it's impossible to find this many targets, but when you're out there for 6 hours and you're digging every single target you come across, you're bound to find the treasures in between. As I said, I go through quite often and I do a lot of the park, and I go back over areas multiple times just purely for the fact that I do leave things behind. When you dig the trash out, sometimes you don't check it properly and you think that's it, and you walk on further and you've just left a target behind. So it's always good to go back over what you've already done. Anyway, thanks heaps for watching this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and maybe even chuck us a comment. Till next week, see you later.